and gentlemen, what the world's been waiting for, what the world needs now, the one, the only, amazing, original Johnny Blaze. Often imitated, but never duplicated. There's Johnny.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to welcome you all to the amazing original Johnny Blaze Show. And it's always great to be here as I blaze right in with my karate kick. Everybody, let's have a blazing hot fun time. When you're filing taxes, what's the difference between the long form and the short form? The long form allows you to write off deductions as business expenses. The short form says you owe us the amount below. A married couple were taking a shower together, and suddenly there was a knock on the door. "I better see who that is," the wife said. She put on her robe and opened the door. And there stood her husband's best friend, Phil, and he said, "I will give you $500 if you open your robe." The wife quickly opened her robe and then took the money. "See you around, Phil." She closed the door and jumped right back into the shower. And the husband said, "By the way, I'm expecting Phil to come by the house later today and pay me the $500 he owes me." An old married couple were trying to re-spark their marriage by taking a second honeymoon in Europe. And they were walking through a small village in England when they noticed an old wishing well. The husband threw a penny in the well, and the wife decided to do the same. As she threw the penny, she lost her balance and fell into the well and drowned. The husband replied, "Wow, it actually works. We have a blazing hot fun show with a special guest. She is a multi-talented singer, songwriter, multi-platinum Grammy-nominated artist from the group Peaches and Herb. Please give a big warm welcome and say hello to the one and only Linda Peaches Tavani." Linda Peaches Tavani.
All right.
Hello.
Hello.
Welcome to the amazing Richard Johnny Blaze Show.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Well, you're looking lovely. Really nice smile.
Yeah, thank you.
Can you hear me okay?
Can you hear me okay?
Everything's fine. You?
Good.
I'll let
It's
you
like you have somebody near. Is that your husband?
That's my better half.
Your better half. Well, great.
No, I'll just make sure it's set up. You guys got it, Johnny.
Yeah.
Thank you, Stephen. You're your husband, Stephen.
Yeah, that's it.
Wonderful. Yeah, we got it.
Yeah.
That's
And my
fantastic.
bodyguards. I have my bodyguards here.
Oh, yeah, of course. You want to be safe and secure at all times, of course. As you know, Linda Peaches Tavani, and you deserve it, of course. You deserve to be that way. Anyway, let's get started. Tell me the Linda Peaches Tavani story. Give me a rundown. How did you get started in entertainment, and where are you from?
Oh, actually, I grew up watching a lot of TV, and I was in love with Ed Solomon Show and a whole lot of things like that. And dreaming of what I wanted to be when I grew up, I'm doing exactly that. And I started playing classical music. Then I heard Motown. That kind of made me want to sing. I always wanted to meet some of the people that I actually did meet. And I've been just taking it off, thankful and grateful and trying to keep it together.
Great. So you started at a young age, it sounds like, right?
Yeah, very young. 5 years old was when I really started thinking, everybody's so happy when I sing and play the piano. Maybe that's what I want to do with my life. And so it just kind of bloomed and got there.
So you learned how to sing and play the piano at 5? Well, that's really young.
Yeah, well, my mom had a choir, a church choir, and I would go to the rehearsals with her, and I love harmony. It's so interesting that my first opportunity in the music industry and recording was with someone, and harmony was part of the whole thing. I really love that. But I always wanted to be a solo artist and do what I'm doing now, very much
That's
so.
wonderful. So it sounds like it's in the family then. That's what you're telling me. Well,
Well, yeah, our family life really helped me decide how wonderful it is when we all get together and have a good time, have something to eat, get to dance, and just, forget the worries of the world for a while when we're together. So,
that's great. No worries. That's right.
yeah, for a while anyway.
Phenomenal. Just great. So anyway, do you have anybody who really inspired you now to be a singer and songwriter? Anybody in particular?
Well, Diana Ross. And when I was young, that young, Lena Horne and all like Stormy Weather, the movie, Cabin in the Sky, all kinds of things like that, where I could see a woman of color doing something that looked so fun. And I actually got a chance to meet one of my first idols, and that was Lena Horne. She was doing a one-woman show in New York, and Herb and I had just done Carnegie Hall. And I went to her one-woman show and knocked on the door to try to say, I've loved you all my life, and she's going, Peaches is here. I was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe it, because our music was out at that time, Herb
That's
and I.
phenomenal. That really is
Yeah,
something. You got to
yeah,
meet
that
Lena
really
Horne.
was.
Wow.
Yeah.
That must have been a wonderful experience for you. Very, very
Oh,
fulfilling. Very
oh,
good. Yeah.
yeah, it was, really was.
Wow. Okay, that's your idol then. It sounds like Lena Horne. You like
Lena Horne, I have a lot of them, and I've met a lot of those that I imagined what it would be like to meet. And they were all very, very supportive. And it just so happened that they were also making the decision to go solo as we connected with each other. And it was a great experience. I really,
talk to
really
me. Talk to me about the various people, then celebrities that you've met and worked with. Then in that case.
uh Oh, well, Tina Turner and I were working at the same casino in Vegas, and we met and we'd go out and have breakfast and dance the night away a lot of times. And then we worked on Olivia Newton-John did a special called Heartache Tonight, and she and I both got on that. So that was fun. And we sort of corresponded for a while because I didn't really know what I was going to do, and she offered herself and her whatever. And I just decided I better stay home. I need my family, and I'll work it out that way. But we really enjoyed each other's company, and she was very, very wise to tell me things. And also, I met Sammy Davis Jr., who was a family big deal, and Nellie Cole and I were roommates in Virginia Beach. And that's when I met David Bowie, Natalie, and got reunited with Van McCoy, who produced Herb and did The Hustle. And my dad built a gazebo in his backyard.
Right.
So a lot of things just tied together. And it's been like, now I feel like I'm living my little girl dreams.
That's really great. You met
Yeah.
some important people. Work with important people.
Yeah, and it's so fun because what we do is we go into the inner cities and we do a festival for them free. And one of my tents there is for kids to come in and tell me what you want to be when you grow up. I have costumes and jackets and all kinds of things. And then we take their picture and tell them, because I was a little girl when I decided what I wanted to do, because you can dream, doesn't cost anything, and you're the boss at that moment. And doggone it, if it didn't just steer me a certain way, and love music, and I love to see people getting along, having a good time, and I like being part of that.
What kind of music now are you really into? As you like, is it rock? Is it pop? Is it country? Is it folk? Is it
It's
jazz? Is it
all of that.
gospel?
It's all of that. I love it all, except I focus on love songs. And I call love songs any song that has lyrics in it that make you want to be in love with the person that you're enjoying and most of all can't live without. And I love that direction of our relationships. So I love to sing about that. And I've been very blessed by all of those things.
Well, you know what? How can anybody ever forget? Unforgettable. The hits that you had with Herb, I think it was back in the 80s,
Yeah.
Reunited, and you also had, was it Shake?
Yes. Shake your groove thing.
Shake your what?
Shake your groove thing.
Groove thing. Oh, right. That's right. Shaker. Oh,
You,
yeah.
you
They're so
do
catchy, those songs. How did you go about creating and originating those songs? Talk to me, describe your experiences with Herb and how you went about doing that. Those songs are, no one's ever going to forget them. They're really something.
Oh man, thank you. I can't take credit for writing them though. I was part of the group, and the producers and writers happened to have been for a long time with Motown, and they were branching off. And so Van McCoy, do you know who he is? He wrote a song called "Do the Hustle."
Who was that? I didn't hear that.
Van McCoy.
Ben
Van
McCoy?
McCoy. Yeah, if you ask some of the people that know R&B and pop and disco, they would know who he was.
I
He was
see.
very, very big
Wow.
producer.
Well,
Yeah.
he's the one that wrote those songs. Did he write both songs,
He
Reunited?
and our his partner, the one partner that he had that worked with us, wrote the song. I think it was Rare Earth. I just want to celebrate another day of living.
Oh,
That's
really? That's another
yeah,
great
that
song.
that was his music. And yeah, Freddie Perrin was the other guy.
Wow. Okay, so you
Yeah.
didn't write those; they wrote them, but you performed them with Herb.
Right.
And just
Like
talk to
that.
me
And it
about.
was a phenomenal experience going to China. I was the first woman of color of all these years to ever perform in mainland China. And we went to a beautiful, beautiful park that hadn't been open to the public in 100 years. We were there with Bob Hope and a group of people that he took with him, celebrities, and
Oh, really?
yeah.
Now I know that you were the most popular of the peaches. Of course, there's other peaches. That's what I read about on Wikipedia. Yeah.
Well, there was Francine, and Herb has a wonderful voice too. So I wanted to kind of keep that after I listened to them, because I was so into Motown and in my classical music and stuff. I didn't hear everybody. But when I did say, yes, I'm interested in that, I listened to them, and I really thought her voice was very, very sweet. But I like all kinds of music. I can sing anywhere from Janis Joplin to, something real soft and sweet.
Taylor Swift or Mariah Carey, you can sing any of those?
No, I let them do it.
Okay.
Oh. Now I sing my own stuff. My husband and I write our music, and we really enjoy working together. So, did you hear my new single?
Yes, I was going to ask you about. Yeah, I love it.
Oh, thank you,
Don't
because
give
I
up on
love this
love.
song.
Don't
My
give
my
up on.
husband. I'm
Yes.
sorry.
Don't give up on love. That's beautiful.
Oh, thank you. I really, really love that song.
How did you go about creating that? That's quite a classy song.
Oh, my husband wrote it. I have to give him credit.
Oh, okay.
He did. He's multi-talented.
I
Um,
see.
yeah,
Just like you. Okay, we'll be talented.
thank
Right.
you.
Wow. How did you go about? Okay, when you were popular with Herb, how did you go about meeting Herb? I think that didn't you have something to do with Smokey Robinson? Have anything to do with that?
He and Smokey are tight, and he was working with Smokey when I decided, if I don't go out on my own now, I never will. So it just fell into a beautiful story. I got to tell you, like I was telling you earlier, Nellie Cole and I were roommates in Virginia Beach. She was singing her father's songs and accompanying. She had a beautiful band. And I was there. I was on the beach singing to all the crazy kids, college kids and everything during the break, summer break, and all of that. And we became very good friends, because I think we were the only two women of color on Virginia Beach, and it went very well. But it was fun getting to know her, and she really wanted to help me go solo. She could believe in me, and I kept telling her she's got a beautiful voice. So she actually, at the second year, her management came about. That's what you need, a good manager to help you navigate. What do we do next? I like to sing. You just heard me. What do we do now? And so she really tried to get me to let him, help me too. And so I said, I don't know. But anyway, a few months later, she was singing at the Kennedy Center in Washington, D.C. That's where I'm from. So Van McCoy happens to be from Washington, D.C. too. And he was in the green room where I was and everybody else. And Natalie and I saw each other when she came in after she said hello to all the paparazzi and everything and got to the green room. And when Van saw her talking to me, he realized that I was someone's daughter that he had met, now grown up. And he suggested that I get in touch with Herb's management. And Herb's management and I hit it off. I got the job right away, and the rest is history.
Wow.
Yeah. We've
And
been
how long were
all
you with
over the
Herb? And
world.
then after you're with Herb, you decided you wanted to go solo. So how long were you with Herb and Herb and
I was with her almost a decade.
well, that's a long time.
Yeah,
10 years.
yeah. hmm
And
Yeah.
describe your now you probably did some touring, right? Describe, if you did, what are
Yeah.
your most exciting and best venues where you traveled?
Well, we played stadiums. We played in Texas. We played, gosh, I think we played everywhere. But actually, I really loved playing in New York at Carnegie Hall. My parents came to hear me. They wanted me to go into piano, classical music, but I just said no. This was a lot more fun. And so I think New York was one of my favorite places. Seeing Diana Ross sing in Central Park was a big deal to me. And what I do now is sing in parks, in inner cities,
Oh, you
to
do.
families there and just give them hope and a lot more. Yeah. So I'm just really doing what I always thought I was made to do.
That's phenomenal. Now, did you teach yourself how to play the piano and sing,
Yeah.
or you self-taught, or did you take lessons on any of that?
I started off self-taught, and my mom was amazed, and she said, "Well, you need lessons." So I started taking music, piano,
Oh, I see. So you play the
classical.
piano. Okay, great.
Yeah,
Any other instruments or just
just piano and,
piano?
and sing. Yeah,
What
yeah.
do you
I
say
write
now on your
lyrics.
level of singing? Are you a soprano or an alto, or what are you?
I can sing soprano. I can sing alto. I can't sing bass, but yeah,
Okay,
I can sing in that range. Alto, soprano. Yeah.
I got you. Have you ever entered any music festivals or competitions? And if so, did you win any prizes or awards?
No, but being a Grammy nominated singer, that's enough for me.
That's enough, huh? Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. Multi-platinum Grammy nominated. That's phenomenal. It really is something.
Yeah, for Reunited. I was so proud. I didn't write it, but I got the opportunity. We had room for one more song on our first album, Too Hot. And I came in the studio that day and they said, "We have room for one more song." And we thought maybe you'd like to pick that song, you know? So I said, "Oh, okay." And you know what that song was? Yes.
Was it Reunited? No,
Yes, it was
it
Reunited.
was Reunited. That's
Yes,
very
it
good.
was Reunited.
How about that? Wow.
Yeah. So
Reignited and reunited, right?
yeah, yeah, yeah. A reignitement for her and getting reunited with my love for music and travel.
Wow, that's really
Yeah.
something. Yeah. So, let me see now. There's other things I'm trying to think of. So you have some. You've had some very interesting experiences. Talk to me about some of your experiences. You've done television, I'm sure, and podcasts, and perhaps you did radio. Tell me about all those experiences. Any of the ones that you've done, the ones that stand out.
Let's see. I, I can keep going back to the days I first began because it was such a phenomenal part of my life. You know, I always wanted to meet Dick Clark.
Oh,
And
really?
yeah, so I would be watching Dick Clark on TV and I thinking, wow, it would be so nice to meet him. And don't you know, American Music Awards and those kind of things were available to me. I met Dick Clark and his wife and got invited to a lot of his social things other than what was on TV when I would be in LA. You know, being from Washington, I moved out here in LA. Where are you?
I'm in Northridge, California, in the San Fernando Valley. I don't know if you're familiar with that.
Ah, Northridge?
In
Yeah,
San Fernando Valley, yeah.
yeah, yeah, sure. I know
And,
it. I know
and,
the area.
and you must be you're in Virginia, right? Virginia Beach.
Virginia, I went there, but I was from DC,
Oh,
Maryland.
oh, DC,
That area.
Maryland, but you're in Virginia now, right?
Oh no, I'm in LA.
Oh, you're in LA? Oh,
Yeah.
oh, I didn't know that. I thought you were. Thought I was talking to you from Virginia. That you were in Virginia now. Oh, you're in
No,
LA. Oh,
no. Okay.
I didn't know that. You're in Los Angeles. You're not far. Okay.
Mhm.
You know where LA? You know where the San Fernando Valley is? Then Northridge. Yeah.
Yes, of course.
How about that? Oh, yeah, that's
Yeah.
phenomenal. Wow. Yeah. And you're not that far away.
Right. When I do some singing again, I'll have to let you know. But I'm on
Yeah.
Facebook and the song is on Spotify. And I love playing the vibrato and the Catalina Club.
Really.
It's my speed.
Which are your favorite clubs? Also, as far as television and radio, okay, television, did you ever do anything like at Sullivan, or did you do Johnny Carson talk show, or any talk shows?
Oh, you know what? I didn't. I ran into Johnny Carson a lot on I don't know what the different studios were, who was on the different ones, but the ones we got invited to more than once was um Mike Douglas and Merv Griffin.
Oh,
They were great. I loved meeting them. They were just wonderful, and I met a lot of people then, uh, and I just had a wonderful career. Just,
sounds like it. Mike
yeah,
Douglas was when he first started with talk shows. Oh yeah, one of the first
yeah,
talk show
yeah,
hosts. And you
yeah,
met Merv Griffin. Yeah, Merv Griffin had his own variety show, and he also he's the one that created Wheel of Fortune and Jeopardy. Also,
yeah. Hmm.
he produced those, which are still going to this day. Yeah,
Yeah, he's good. He was good. I really miss him.
very popular. Oh yeah, there's so many things. Now, do you prefer cover songs or original songs, or both?
I like both. It depends on how a song moves me, because when I first heard the to pick Reunited, I heard two other songs and I went, well, they're very much like the music, you know, because we do I can do almost any style almost. I can't do it in French or something, but you know,
Mhm.
I like a lot of different styles. And I just really thought that that would be cool to be able to do all of those kind of things. And so I did.
You're versatile. That's how you're both multi-talented, very versatile. Yeah, it's phenomenal. That's great. Oh yeah. So, I'm gonna think of some other things now. Yeah, there's many things. Oh, I want to ask you on your performances now. On your performances, um, have you ever had performance anxiety before you were on a show?
Hmm. No one's ever asked me that before. I don't think so. I loved it so much. I was always looking forward to.
So you weren't stressed before you had any kind of a show or audition at all?
Well, you know what? It was funny. I thought I would have to, you know, audition. At least he hadn't heard of me before. He hadn't heard me sing. And so he came by to pick me up, and I thought we'd probably go someplace where, he wanted to do that. He didn't ask me to do it at my house. He wanted to go bowling. And so he talked to me about where I live. I didn't live far from him, and I didn't know that at the time. And as he dropped me off after we went bowling, I said, what time are we going to? He goes, oh, you have the part. Nellie Cole said you were great. My manager and Van McCoy all spoke very highly of you. So I think we've got a good chance here. So I said, okay.
Wow.
And actually, there was Francine Barker, and then there was a girl who didn't record with him. And I was the next person he recorded with in all those years that he was getting known.
Wow.
So it was me and Francine.
That sounds
Francine
very,
passed away a few years after Herb and I started working together.
it worked out. It worked out.
Yeah.
Now, what about as far as large crowds and small crowds? What's the largest crowd you've ever had and the smallest? And which do you prefer, large or small, or does it make a difference?
You know what? As the years go by, I like intimate, smaller like supper clubs and whatnot. But I do remember how much fun it was when all the groups that we toured with would work together. It was such a great period of time when all the popular music seemed to like be blending. And there would be like the Doobie Brothers, and then there would be like the OJs, and it was just a whole big mix of a variety of music back then.
Oh, yeah. Well,
Yeah,
variety.
yeah. So I really can't say that I loved any of them more than the other. I just knew that I felt as the time went on, I didn't have my own time anymore. It was always on schedule. I
Oh,
had to be there. I had to do this. I had to do that. And I didn't have a lot of time to visit my family, which was a big, big deal to me. I really loved I had my great grandmother, my whole family was just cheering me on and couldn't be there, all of them. And so I look forward to coming home and spending time eating good food and just lapping it up. But I love people. I think people need love, and I love to sing love songs and dance. So
you're a people
great
person.
combination.
Yeah, you're a people person. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, yeah. I'm pleased by seeing people smile as the beginning of happiness, I like to say.
I love
And
your attitude. You have a great attitude. Which
yeah,
would you say your most happy, memorable performance has been? And also, which would be one in which you ever had a time where you tried so hard to make a show work and for some reason it didn't? In other words, something that you remember but you'd like to forget. You can talk to me about both of those.
let's see. Um, Something that I have done and I like to forget. I'm sorry, Johnny, I don't have one of
You don't
those.
have it? Okay. So
Oh,
your happiest memory, then it's not okay. Your happiest memories, one that really stood out, the one of the most exciting performance and experience that you've ever had then.
well, I'll tell you, after I moved out here, and of course, I got to know a lot of people that were also very famous at that time. I got a call from Michael Jackson.
Really?
He was doing a song in the studio at that moment. He invited me to come and be part of that
Mm.
session, and that was Man in the Mirror.
Oh, wow.
And yeah, and so that was around the same time I met my husband, and we were beginning to see. Um, I think I'm a woman of faith, and I think it became very important to me that I give back because these people who would run after our limos to get autographs, they were making my life bigger than I ever could imagine. And I said to myself, I want to do something more than sign autographs. And so that was when my husband and I really talked about our faith, and we wanted to do something, but I had no idea how to get started. And my husband was very knowledgeable about outreach and helping communities that needed help and showing them the love of Christ. And so I thought, that's a very big need. And so we started something called WOW and winning our world. I was saying wow about a whole lot of things
I
in
was
my
just
life.
going to ask you about that. It's interesting that you mentioned that. Wow. What does that stand for?
It stands for winning our world.
Winning our
Because
world?
winning our world, it's I thought that would be a great way to look at all the awesome things we take for granted and can do about people who are really, really hurting. What we can do is easier than you think. It takes a lot of investment in your time and in your meaning for life, and it happens to be a really good way to spend time thinking of other people.
So how did you go about creating WOW, the WOW jams, and what's the purpose of it, and how long you've been doing it? And I understand it's successful. How did it go? How did you go about doing all the, talk to me about all that?
We have done it over 35 years.
It's a
We have
long
been
time.
working at it. And we have fed over 1 million people. We have given away so many birthday presents, gifts, and toys, and things that they need that they can't afford. We have tents for them to find out how to get involved in other activities that involve their faith or getting to know their faith. My husband gives them a very beautiful, honest message about life and about how life is with a faith that we have in God, or a decision to just wander. And it comes across very well. I love what I'm doing with that. And the song Man in the Mirror happened to come along as this journey of what else do I want to do besides all of that? Because you had asked me earlier, was there ever a time anything happened? I forget how you put it, but
Well, you mean nothing worked out, right?
after a while, after I moved out here, I realized it wasn't going to be exactly the way it was when I was working with her. We had, booking agent management, and everything was very format. And now I'm on my own, and I don't know a lot of people out here to get that started with. And fortunately, I met my husband, and we have so many things in common that we've been married 37
It's a
years.
long time. How did you go about meeting your husband? How did you?
He was invited. Tina Turner and I became very good friends, and she had a great music director who started sending me music with material that he had worked with other people, or they had been sending him in case, he wanted to show them to some of his clients. So I immediately got connected with them when I got out here. And so I listened to a lot of people's music because I didn't want to have to concern myself with production. I just wanted to stick to singing and writing. And so I got together with her music director and listened to a lot of music. And then I got to this one tape, and I loved it because it had the pop, the disco sound that I like, but it had the girl sounded like a gospel singer, and I hadn't heard a lot of that yet, that combination, and I liked that style. So I contacted Kenny and I said, I think I found who I'd like to work with. So he said, who is that? And I said, his name is Stephen Tavani.
Hmm.
And so he goes, oh, you're going to like working with him. So I said, well, thank you for all you've done. And so I called Stephen. I invited him to come over and we could have a chat at my house. And we have been together ever since.
It was meant to be.
Yeah.
Life is like a box of chocolates. You never quite know what you're going to get. Hopefully, it's something sweet. You remember Forrest Gump with Tom Hanks? You never know what's going to happen, right? Hopefully, it's
Yeah.
something good. It turned out to be, it worked out for you too, really.
Yeah.
Tavani
Yeah.
sounds Italian. Am I correct? It sounds
He's
Italian, does
Italian.
it?
He's Italian. I'm Italian now too.
Oh, I see. Okay, that's what it
I'm,
sounded like, but
oh,
I'm just guessing, but I'm correct. Okay.
yeah.
That's phenomenal. The world work now on the well. Wow, you're giving away all kinds of products to people that are underprivileged that don't have much. You're saying, telling me, and you're not charging for that.
No.
And where are the festivals held? And who's the one that funds all these things? That's quite a
We
expensive.
fund them, and we have supporters. We
Oh,
fund them though, and also we have worked at bringing community and church together.
wow.
The kids, they go to school together. They see each other, but they don't know each other. So an atmosphere where there's not danger involved, and there's a lot of things that can help you make it through instead of like going through a lot of very, like terrible things and
Right.
just can't get out of it. And you feel like you're just stuck. And all you can talk about is what you're going through. And I always say, no, you're getting through something if you believe you can. But you have to be told that
Just
because
spreading,
otherwise,
yeah, you're spreading love and joy on these wow groups and activities, festivals.
yeah,
It's called karma. What goes around comes around. You're spreading
yeah,
positive karma and joy. I think the
that's
world
it.
needs more of that. The world does need more of that.
And you know what? The world is not going to be very good without it. Love is the glue that
Right.
brings people together and
Right.
keeps us together.
You remember that song? What the world needs now is love,
Oh,
sweet love. Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
I'm sure you love that
And
song.
yeah, we have done gospel albums together. My husband and I, my husband is so multi-talented. He's a great singer, great producer. I like to call him a communicator.
Wow,
He can talk to anybody, and he's not trying to win them. He's just trying to let them see a different point of view if they're headed in a negative direction.
you're both lifting people up. That's what's great about entertaining, singing, and performing. You lift people up and
Right?
make them escape the woes. There's plenty of woes in the world, troubles. Make them
It's just-
laugh, make them smile, make them be happy.
That's what I love about
Entertain
music.
them, and that way they can escape from all that.
Exactly. And it doesn't mean that you're not going to be able to just stay euphoric. You get back to your situation with more confidence in
Right.
yourself, and you feel supported. Like somebody cares. They just proved it to me. I love their music. You know what I mean? I love that.
That's great. That's important.
Yeah.
Now, okay, you mentioned about now. I wanted to ask you on your performances. Did you do much in the way of meet and greets and signing autographs in your performances?
Yes, I did. I did a lot of that.
Did you love doing that? Did you really truly love it?
I I loved it. I thought it was I just, having a dream to do that and then actually doing it, it almost felt like, wow, this is everything I was saying for the longest time was wow this, wow that, flying to China, flying to Africa,
Wow.
Australia, all the different places we've gone, doing wow and with her. I in growing up in Washington, D.C., where, Smithsonian and the Capitol and all of that, my life was a wow. It still is.
Now, what about okay? Every aspect of life is rejection, especially in entertainment. A lot. What is your opinion about rejection? How do you deal with that? So you never had any problem,
I'll tell you how I deal with it.
right?
I say rejection is protection.
Rejection is what?
Protection.
Oh,
It
protection.
protects you. If you look at it that way, it doesn't just, you know, defeat you. You can look at it and say, that means this was not for me. This is something I have to put behind me now and look forward to what I definitely needed.
I see.
And that's how I look at it.
Look forward to something else. But you
Yeah,
believe in being persistent, right? Because you never give up. Because once you give up, you're finished. That's for sure.
yeah. Don't give up on love, whatever you do. But that's one of those
Don't
things,
give up on love, and don't give up on life or your dreams, right? Same thing.
That's right. Right. Well, I've learned now that I'm older, I learned that it takes a team to make a dream, especially when people are going to tell you, dream big. Oh, my imagination, I love my imagination. I can have great ideas, see from A to Z, and bravo. But try to get that happening by myself, try to get a lot of people to go for ideas without the dollar bills, y'all.
Right.
It's hard. It's hard. But you can do a lot more than you think by reaching out.
I see. No, but as far as, of course, I know you worked with Herb in the past, but I mean, as far as anybody else, did you ever do, or would you ever do any collaboration with anybody? Well, of course, I'm sure you're probably working with your husband right now, but maybe collaborate with other people.
I will, but you know what? We have such a he's my producer, and we have spent long hours together writing music, get recording it, and doing that together, and we love to do that. I have worked like I work with Michael Jackson, um, and I work with Tina in the studio, and
And Tina Turner.
on the special that we did together with Elton John was on that too, but
Really?
yeah, but with Olivia Newton-John, she was producing it, and we had to do a lot of the songs that we did in the show in the studio together. So, yeah,
Wow. You got
yeah,
some happy memories,
yeah, got great memories.
great experiences. Oh, that's phenomenal.
Yeah,
Wow, that's gonna be great. I'm trying to think. Now, there's a lot of things. Yeah, what a life you have had. But
yeah, I have really appreciated.
you're
I'm one of those people that can say,
yeah.
um, I'm thankful and I'm grateful for
That's
everything.
phenomenal. You're a
And
songwriter. You're also a songwriter. How do you go
yeah.
about writing songs? Is it words or music first, or music or words first?
Sometimes it's the lyrics are first.
Okay.
And I like when my husband and I have worked together, um, I can, kind of put my ideas on the keyboard, but he can take it to the max. He knows how to do it. It can be just me and him, and then we just have to finish it up in the studio with musicians and whatnot.
That's
Yeah.
phenomenal.
Hmm.
Wow. I'm saying wow constantly because it is wow.
Yeah.
Everything is
It's
wow.
not a
Your wow
bad word.
festival, your wow performance, your meeting your husband, your experiences with Herb, your great hits, the television shows that you've been on. Have you ever done any radio, or even done any podcast? You've done other podcasts
I
before?
was just on one with Denisa Nova. I think that's her last name, or Tova.
No.
And it was so good. She really caught me in ways that I opened up about how my experience was directed, I think, because of my faith and my parents, my mom and my grandmother's prayers as they saw me light up to play piano or sing. And I just always had that as a way of escaping, because life is not going to be get handing everything to you. Life is not going to do that. And the escape that music has always been for me, and art. I like to paint. I love nature. I love
Oh, you
flowers.
love painting and nature too, huh? Okay.
Yeah,
What do you
yeah.
paint? Do you do
Landscape.
landscape,
I
ocean scenes, landscapes? What?
Well, what I'm working on right now is I call it photo painting. Places I've been and some of the beautiful sky and scenery that I have. I make small pictures because they're easier to finish. I hate to start a picture and then not get to it for 6 months because I got busy.
Do you do
So
any watercolor at all? No.
I like acrylic because you can clean it up very easily. Oil paint is, you got to have dedication and your own art studio.
Wow. So you just do it for yourself, or you do this for other people, or a combination of both?
Sometimes it's for other people, and when we have had fundraisers and things like that, I've sold my paintings.
It's phenomenal. So as
Yeah.
far as charity work now, okay, besides the WOW, have you done any other charity performances or
I just did a gala last weekend for a group called His Hands on Africa. And this is a Korean gentleman and his wife, and they started something in Africa to bring uh, eyeglasses and dental work on a large scale to the needs of the people in the villages and things like that. And so this gala was to raise funds for them to make a bigger hospital than they have right now. So yes, in fact, that's where my journey is going now, helping things like that take off. And there's another group that I work with called Women Who Rock, who have a hospital in Pennsylvania for women. And it's about every category or everything that women's needs really, sometimes get overlooked, or they don't have the sources for what their needs are health-wise. So I love being part of things that support good
I'd
causes.
love to help other people out. Even though you're successful, you're very down to earth. You're not snobby. You're very down to earth. You're very genuine, and you love helping others. And helping others, by doing that, I'm sure that brings happiness and joy to you. Also, it works both ways.
Exactly. That's why I do it, honestly. It's not selfish. It's just I get a lot of joy out of it. If someone were to want to do that but couldn't, it's because they don't know how.
Right.
And I wish that there were more opportunities for that than there are for people who are so frustrated and so mentally uh, just lost
I see.
because they didn't have that opportunity. And those of us who just are natural at it, just go for it.
You're very blessed to have the talents that you have and to have the personality. You have such a great personality, such a caring and compassionate personality, lifting not just yourself, but other people up and molding and inspiring them, of course.
Oh, it feels good.
And
It
their,
really does.
yeah. And their excitement, I'm sure that feeds your excitement too.
Right, it
The
does.
crowd. Now, let me ask you, when you're performing now, have you ever had a time where audience was bored, it looked like they're tired? And if so, what'd you do? And how do you go ahead and re-energize a crowd in your performances?
You put a song like Don't Give Up on Love
Right,
on, and you're going to have somebody sitting up going, huh? I love the response that that song is getting. It's so good.
that's phenomenal. You have any audience participation in your shows? And if so, how do you get the audience to participate?
Well, if you want to hear this is not a brag, but Diana Ross, I told you she was one of I always idoled her.
Right?
We were playing at Caesar's Palace, right? Herb and I.
Okay.
I get this knock on my dressing room door, and it was Berry Gordy and Diana Ross.
Really?
I went.
From Motown, Berry Gordy, right?
Oh, they had seen the show. And so the reason why I'm telling you this is because Barry had this idea. He said, you know what? It would be really cool if you guys split the audience on Shake Your Groove thing and see who says it the best, the men or the women. And I go, oh, that is a good idea. We started doing that. It was great.
Excuse me, I didn't hear. See who sings the best, or
See who says it the loudest.
says it the loudest. Okay.
Yeah, see, everybody would say, when I say 1, 2, 3, 4, shake it,
Oh,
right?
right.
Yeah. And it was really, really great. We did it everywhere. It was really a great
It was
idea.
so catchy. Shake your groove thing, shake your groove thing. Show us how you do it. And then you're reunited with God. Reunited and it feels so good. Oh wow.
Yeah, that was really a great song. I was so honored to pick that song for our album.
Boy.
Yeah.
Unforgettable, those songs. Really are.
Thank you. They
Your
became
song,
classics of our era.
yeah, I love it. I love
Yeah,
it.
yeah. I'm so
Wow.
grateful for my
I
life.
want to give a shout out to several people now. The publicist, okay, her name is Sarah Winters.
Okay.
Sarah Winters is a publicist of a friend of mine, Melina Moy, and I had her on my show.
That's my, I can't do anything without her.
Pardon
She's great.
me?
Yes, Melina is my girl.
Melina's phenomenal. I saw Melina at the Hard Rock Cafe in Hollywood,
Oh
and
yeah,
yeah, what a great show! What a great show with her
great. She's
left-handed
excellent.
guitarist singing and putting all into it. I
She
know
is
Melina as I used to
amazing.
work with her. I used to work with Melina.
Yeah.
Her and I did a telemarketing job, and my former boss from Home Improvements, remodeling, his
Uh-huh.
name was Brian Chesters. He turned around and he said, Melina, let me let you leave early so you can go and pursue what's in your heart. And that's what
Oh,
he did. He knew that she wanted to make it in show business. And that was really nice of him to do that.
she is so talented.
Yes, she is very talented. So
Great.
Melina's from Melina, I asked her if she knew of anybody because she's, I had her on this show. She said she couldn't wait to be on it. And then I asked her if she knew anyone else. And sure enough, because Sarah Winters is her publicist, so she said, go through Sarah Winters. And sure enough, I was able then to be able to have a fortunate opportunity to interview you.
Oh,
Otherwise, I wouldn't have had such an opportunity. And I appreciate that. You have to network in this business, that's for sure. Very important.
oh, that is great. Thank you so much. I have,
I wanted to say, I want to give my shout out to Melina Moy and Sarah Winters on this.
yes, good. Great.
That's great. That's important to network.
Uh-huh. Oh, it is.
And you never know who you're going to
100%.
meet. You never know who
Yeah.
you're going to meet. Oh yeah, that's important. Very important.
So you're out here. It's 9 o'clock for you. I was thinking you might be in another city,
I
but
was thinking that you were out of state. There was a 3 hour difference. I didn't know that you're here. You're in the same time zone. 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. You're in Los Angeles.
uh,
Oh, how about
yes,
that?
that's good. Maybe I'll get to see you once someday.
You never know. Maybe,
You never know.
maybe you will see
But
me.
we know one person together.
Well,
Melina.
I will tell you. There are some places I can tell you. Sometime you might want to. I don't know if you want to do that such a thing or not, but there is some places that I do, and I do karaoke. You might want to show up sometime.
Definitely.
I love it.
Yeah, well, great. Let me know.
Okay. Yeah, I have some places in mind. I'll let you know if you want to do it sometime. That'd be cool.
Sounds
You can
good.
sing her songs. People would love it. Oh boy.
Okay. You're on.
We'll be able to sing her songs, and of course, to see what some of the things that I do. I love doing that. Keeps me in front of an audience because I'm still working myself on some stuff that I'm.
Oh, fun. You
It's not
carry
easy, but I'm working on trying to, make a television comeback. But we can talk about that. We'll talk about that. We'll talk more about that off the air.
on. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. And after this, I want to, I'll be talking about a few other things afterwards. But I really enjoyed talking. That's for sure. You're very
Really
talented. You're very friendly. You're an attractive young lady, and you have done so much. And you love what you're doing, and you're giving back.
Yeah, it's full circle.
Wow.
And my life would not be as fulfilling without all of those things. And I would encourage anyone, if you get an opportunity to do something nice, make somebody smile. I mean, you hear things like that and you go, oh my goodness. And our world is so desperately in need of that, and knowing and being careful at the same time that someone is not out to harm you or hurt you because you're nice.
There's a lot of songs that, smile, laugh when the world laughs at you, cry and you cry alone. Smile though your heart is breaking. You've heard that's many songs.
Yeah,
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
When you're smiling, the whole world smiles with you. Oh yeah, there's so many songs.
Oh
that we did that.
yeah. Reach out and touch somebody's hand.
Oh yeah.
Man
You
in the
shout, I'll
field.
be there. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
There's a lot of songs.
yeah.
All kinds of happy and sad. I have a feeling you prefer the happy over the sad. I'm sure you'll do both, but you prefer the happy.
Absolutely. I do. I like music atmosphere. I'm working on the movie of my life, and it has to have music. So even when I'm alone, I love to listen to music.
Oh really? Well, that's
Yeah,
phenomenal. I think
yeah,
that's great.
yeah.
Now, what about, do you have any, now, you do so much. You're so multi-talented, singing, songwriting, you play the piano, you even paint from what you're telling me. What about writing? Do you do any writing at all?
Little bits here and there.
A little bit. Okay.
Yeah, I'm working on a picture book now
Oh, you
with
are.
my travels.
Mm,
I have a lot of little sayings that I'm learning so much about life as I get older
that's
that
phenomenal.
would I would just like to share, like being content is the new fabulous.
I
All
think
kinds
that's great.
of
You
stuff
can
like
always learn
that.
new things. That's for sure. As long as you're
Yeah,
alive, you can learn new things.
yeah, and you can also inspire other people with something someone else blessed you
Oh,
with.
of
Yeah.
course. Do you have, what's a typical day now as a singer and songwriter for you?
Well, I have earned that place where I only do things if it's all set up, because a lot of times we just want to get out and go. And I remember being that way. I had to be busy all the time. I don't have to be busy all the time anymore. I love to take long walks. I love to arrange flowers. I love
Wow.
being at home. I
Yeah.
love having my girlfriends here for matinee chick flicks.
Hmm.
I like not having the responsibility of obligating myself too much
I
and not
see.
having to do that. I used to want to work until the sun
Hmm.
rose and went down, and I'm different now. I do like my pace now. It's great not to have to do that.
Well, maybe that was then, this is now. So you went through that, and now you're that part of your journey, and now that part is over, and now you're working on yourself and doing things that I guess that you really want to do.
Right, and I'm working on a memoir book that has my pictures, my art,
Wow,
and my little sayings.
that's phenomenal. Yeah,
Yeah.
and so many things. A lot to
Mhm.
be a lot to be proud of and accomplish.
Thank you.
That's wonderful. I was wondering if you had to do anything over again in your life and your career now,
Hmm.
um, Linda Peaches,
Uh-huh.
um, would you do anything differently at all?
Hmm. I might have, but I don't know now. I had the privilege of figuring things out, and it worked out for me.
Well,
Uh,
you're very content. Then you wouldn't do anything differently. It sounds like.
no, but there was a time when I think when we compare ourselves to someone doing better than we are, that can lead to a lot of reasons why there's discontent. And when you've decided, hey, this is me, and it's the only me I can be,
Mm.
and no one else is going to be me but me. You know what
Well,
I'm
like the
saying?
song, Sammy Davis Jr.'s song, I gotta be me, I gotta be me. What else can I be but what I am?
You sound like a singer.
Thank you.
Do you sing?
Oh yeah,
Oh, karaoke. You're going to prove it to me, aren't you?
singing. I love karaoke and I love performing in general. And I'll tell you after the show is over. I'll tell you about some of the things that I have done in
Oh,
entertainment
great. I would love to know.
because you're so fascinating, interesting, and you're so into it and truly love it with all your mind, body, heart, and soul.
Yeah,
You inspire people, you bring people up,
listen.
and you truly
Yeah,
love it. This is not something forced. So
right.
this is
I
great.
mean,
Do you have any now? Do you have any? Linda's a good name. That's my cousin's name is Linda. In fact, I have a Linda. My cousin Linda Levy. Yeah. Do you have any present projects now?
well, my solo, I mean my new single that's out, that I want to see that, and then for Christmas, my grown-up Christmas list. You have to hear that one too, Johnny.
Okay.
Yes, it's on
Yeah.
Spotify and all social media uh platforms.
And what
Yeah.
about music videos? Have you ever done something? Yeah, you've done music videos.
Well, yeah, I've done a couple for a couple of my songs. I'm not a VH1 MTV girl. I was after all that I was doing, I really wanted a family life,
I see.
something that would take most of my time. I'd be in the kitchen. I used to, in fact, some of the times when I travel, if I tasted something like in Manila or Thailand or someplace like that, I would get home and find the recipe and create it and explain what my tour was like with a few friends. I would do that. I love to cook as well, but I really wanted to enjoy my time with my husband and my kids.
That's important. That's
Now
right.
they're all grown up. They're both married,
Oh, well,
so
it gives you more time to be with your husband and do the things that you want to do in general,
yeah,
and with your
yeah.
girlfriends and whatever.
We're
Oh, you have
good.
so
We're
many things.
together.
You don't have time to be bored. You're very, you're very busy.
No, I could be sleeping when I'm bored. You're bored if you got time to sleep. That might be all you need is some rest.
I see. Well, anyway, yeah, Linda Peters, do you have any, okay, I said present projects. Do you have any future dream projects that you haven't done that you might consider doing?
Remember, I told you I have the most beautiful, productive idea imagination,
Hmm.
but I have learned it
Oh,
takes a dream to make a team to make a dream.
I see.
But you don't have to be as busy as you could be. Just achieve one thing that you wanted to do is very rewarding, and it's something that you can inspire someone else going down that same path if you get a chance. And all you have to do is open yourself up to wanting to be that way and help somebody out. It's not that hard. It's very important we do that.
So is there a particular dream in the future that you haven't, that you'd like to consider going into?
Like I said, I love my home. I love my life.
Right.
Uh, and I find so many fascinating things that are unexpected that happen that you just sit back and say, wow, about. Um, and to get here and be so content with that. Uh, there was one time that I was obsessed with success, making it a priority was killing me. And it just so happened that the artist David Bowie and I were talking, and he said he was working on Young Americans album at that time, and he said that it's not a good idea to chase fame and success. But if you love to sing, sing and sing all the
So what
time.
you're saying is do it because you love doing it. Don't do it because of what you would might, how much money you would make, or how successful you'd be and how famous you'd be. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, yes. And then be satisfied. And sometimes you're not always going to feel that way. That's another reason why some people read, some people paint, some people create, design clothes or whatever.
Right.
Having something that you like to do that doesn't require too much is a good idea. I think it's okay to think big. Um, but like I said, I've found that that's kind of a hard road to take.
I see.
But the simple things in life are important too.
You remember the old saying, "Kiss, keep it simple, stupid." You've heard that.
That's a good one.
Right. Okay, so it sounds like you don't have any real dream project right now. You're content with your life, and you don't have anything right now that you might
Well,
want to do.
you know what? I should say there's some things that I've written about my life that I do look at as future um, plans if they happen. If they
Okay,
don't, I'm
I
not
see.
going to kill myself.
Maybe you write a book about your success in your life and what you've done, or
I'm
maybe there'll
working
be
on
a
that
documentary
picture
about
book.
you. These are
I'm
just
working on
ideas.
that picture book
Yeah,
as we speak
excellent.
about all the people that have
Hmm.
really been a guiding light
Hmm.
or a day of inspiration or something unforgettable.
I see.
Um, writing a journal helps, but I have started so many journals and can't keep up with them.
I
But
got you.
what's in my heart and in my memories just lasts and lasts for me.
I see. Would you like to open up? Is anybody in particular you'd like to open up for in a performance in a show?
Well, have you ever heard of Steve Terrell?
Of who?
Steve Terrell. Have
D.
you ever heard of him?
D. Terrell?
Steve.
Well, Steve Terrell. It sounds familiar, but
Yeah. Oh man, you should hear his voice. I like him. I'd love to work with him. And there's somebody named October London.
really,
I like, as far as, I like the male female things together, but I really enjoy just what I'm doing, you know.
you love it. Yeah. Truly love everything. It's fantastic. It's blazing and amazing that it is. Do you have any advice now for people, aspiring singers and songwriters, people who aspire to be successful in entertainment? Any advice for them?
Well, I would say don't give up on what you love and your dreams. Um, Develop your craft and find out as much as you can about it, because you may start off in a smaller setting and you might think that you're wasting your time, but if you don't waste your time, you're not wasting your time. So that would be a good idea, but to just be disappointed in yourself because you couldn't do something so extraordinary that your life doesn't matter, that's bogus. Don't think like that. Be thankful for every day. There's something beautiful about every day. And like you were talking about earlier, what do I like doing now? I love the time that I have to not do anything if I don't want to. It just,
So what you're saying is you're content. You've experienced your journey of how difficult it was and the challenges that it was in the past. I'm sure it was difficult to deal with deadlines and challenging shows, right, in the past.
yeah.
But that was then. This is now.
Right. I loved every bit of that energy. I used to do that. And I'm not complaining about not being busy, because I could definitely be busy if I want to be. I gave you all the things I do and put in 24 hours a day. I love my little Yorkies. They're so adorable.
Hmm. What is your
And
favorite part of the entertainment business now? Is it recording records, writing
yeah,
music, writing songs, or in-person performances, singing performances? What is your favorite part of it?
no, all of those go together, but I do enjoy so much the idea of recording something, and whether a person could make it to a show or not, they would take one of my songs and use it as atmosphere for a relationship they're in or a time with their family, or you know what I mean? I just love that part of it. But I do like to perform. I've had some great musicians that I've worked with. And so,
So, which
yeah,
you like them equally, or do you like your in-person performances better than recording music in the studio?
it depends. I've worked with so many great musicians, and there are many singers and there are great singers you never heard of, and there are great musicians. They're just playing in the courtyard of malls, and I mean, I was in Italy and in Florence, and someone was just playing the piano and then a group started singing with them. It was just
Wow.
beautiful. Yeah, seeing
So
things like that.
it sounds like you like it equally then, because some people would rather. My favorite performer, Elvis, he was asked that question. He said he missed the audience, a live experience of a live audience. He missed that. That was something he really loved.
Yeah.
Yeah, he hadn't performed for years. He was in his movies, and then he finally was able to do the in-person performances, and that's the thing he really missed.
Uh-huh.
For you, you like it equally. You're not saying that you prefer that over recording music, or are you?
Uh, right. I mean, I love every aspect of producing it. I'm not a producer, but I mean,
Okay.
all the steps that it takes to do that, and sometimes it would get monotonous. That's why I never went into acting and whatnot, because doing lines over and over again and and you're thinking you did a good job this one time, and it's like, nope, something was out of line somewhere else. I'm going, oh my gosh.
So that wasn't for you,
I
then.
almost got a ongoing part on Young and the Restless when I first came out here.
Well,
And I was planning my wedding at that time. That was the biggest moment in my life at that time. And I wasn't able to put the interview with when my family could get out here for our wedding. So
oh, I see. So you decide your wedding came first before the role of Young and Restless, right?
yeah. But I mean the people that I knew from that show were great. I loved them.
I see. Matter of priorities, right? Okay. Now, finally, what's your opinion now of the talent shows that are out there? You know, you've got America's Got Talent, you've got X Factor, you've got The Voice, you
Yeah,
have all those, even American Idol. What is your opinion
yeah.
of these? You believe that they have value for people that are trying to make it entertainment and singing and performing? You think they have value, and what's your opinion of those?
Well, if you're not like Bowie was saying, if you're not in it to be famous, wealthy, and those two things, um, you you spend your time enjoying that. I did, and for a minute there, I didn't even know what a Grammy was, but our songs were number ones for long periods of time. And I got used to that. I really did. But then that made touring very, that's why I wore my hair in the braids and the beads so I could come out of a plane, put some dark glasses on and be kind of cute. But yeah, I love it all. I loved it all, I should say. And I am looking forward to the future.
It sounds like it. Okay. So it sounds like to me, I mean, I don't know, you didn't answer that. So what do you think about those shows? Do you think that they can have value for people who want to pursue and become successful in the business? America's Got Talent, American Idol, X Factor, The Voice. What is your opinion on those shows?
I don't know enough about what happens to them after they're
Well,
seen and what goes on. I don't. But to get that moment like that, that might be the only thing that happens. I don't know.
maybe. Well,
Yeah.
if you do an audition now and you give it your all and you never got the call back, what do you think about that? What's your opinion on that?
Boo-hoo. That's hard.
That's not easy, is it? You
Yeah,
put
that's
everything
not.
into it and then you don't even get called back.
Yeah, and that could have happened, but it didn't.
Well, you're
Thank
fortunate
goodness.
that never happened to you, all right? Okay.
Right. I'm very grateful for that.
But if it
Some other,
happened to someone else, what do you think that they would, how do you think they'd feel? They wouldn't feel too good, would they? No.
I can't say,
I
but
can't say because it hasn't happened to you. I got you. You're fortunate that you have such talent and that I think that if that happens, it doesn't mean you don't have talent. It just means what you have is not what they were looking for. But
that's all it means. That is all it means. And I think you need to know that, or
okay.
people around you, if they could be as encouraging as possible. And there's a lot of community theater and things like that maybe wouldn't be so challenging
I
to
see.
try out for, but I don't know.
Well, there's an old saying, if one door closes, another door may open.
A, another door may open.
It may
Yeah.
open. There's no guarantees, of course. The only thing that's guaranteed in life is death and taxes. But once I do know this much, if you give up, you are finished. So there's an old saying, quitters never win, right? And
Mhm.
winners never quit.
Yeah.
And I'll leave you with I have a positive poem I've shared before with other guests. I'll leave it with you. It's
Okay.
positive thoughts make you hot. Negative thoughts make you rot. So be hot. Don't rot, or else you'll go to pot, and you'll lose a lot, and you won't be a big shot. Like that,
That's great.
huh?
I
That's a
love
good.
it.
That's an original thought about and wrote a long time ago.
Oh, if you thought about that a long time ago, that's pretty good.
Thank you.
That
I still
still
remember
works.
to this day. Oh yeah,
That works. I like it.
I'm glad you like it.
Let's
Okay.
see.
I thought you would. Anyway, what I want to say is,
Don't
okay,
give up on love. Don't
pardon
give
me?
up on love. What you love, don't give up on it.
Of
That's what
course
I say.
not. Never give
Yeah.
up. That's my ex-boss said, and he's correct. Once you give up, you're finished. That's true.
Yeah.
I thought you liked that. I thought I'd share that with you. Now,
I
people
do.
want to Now, Linda Peaches Tavani, if people do want to find out more about you and your life and your career and everything about you, tell me about the links, how they can find out more about you. Entertainment website, Facebook page, YouTube channel, Spectrum, Spotify, Instagram. If you have an imdb.com page, or even a LinkedIn, or even a Wikipedia. Tell me the links.
I'm Facebook, Linda Peaches, and on Instagram, Linda is Peaches.
Okay.
I'm on those two, and I'm on Spotify. And my my organization, WOW, is got a website, www.jam.com.
Oh, the WOW Jam, right?
Yeah.
And that was for our audience again. What was WOW? WOW sounds great, but what did it stand for again?
Winning our world.
Winning our world. Okay.
World's winning. Winning our Stephen? WowJam.com. Yeah. Oh, it's WowJam.com.
WowJam.com. Winning our world. Okay. WowJam.com.
Right. Can you come here? I would love for you to meet him.
Well, that's a good name, Stephen. That's my real name. That's my name, Steve. That's Steve.
Johnny Blaze is such a cool name, though.
Thank you.
I gotta tell you, I like that.
Well, yeah, I love it too.
Yeah. And so where do you perform? Where do you perform? Stephen?
Yeah.
Come here, please. I want you to meet Johnny.
Hey, Stephen Tavani, right?
Hi,
Hey, how
Tavani.
you doing? How you doing, my friend?
Hi, Johnny. I'm fine. How are you?
Real good. Well,
He asked me something about him.
You two make a great couple, and she's a beautiful lady, very intelligent, very attractive, and very, very versatile and talented.
She's incredible. I'm a blessed man.
Yes, you are. You're blessed, and she's blessed, and you make a great couple.
Thank you, Johnny. Thank you.
And I guess that your last name was Italian. That was correct. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, Tavani.
That's what it sounded like. Oh yeah, phenomenal. And she's told me all the different things about her life and everything. I find it interesting. Puts her mind, body, heart, and soul in everything she does, and really loves what she does, and then gives back to people. And you two are very blessed.
They love her in the hood, but I discover something new every day about her. So, so it's she's had an incredible life.
I think that's great.
Yeah,
glad that it worked out, that you guys two discovered each other, and
yeah,
that's something to be happy and proud about. Not everybody has that opportunity, that's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Every day you're above the earth is a blessing. You could be here today and gone tomorrow. So my philosophy is live each day as if it's your last. You never know what your last is going to come about. And go for your dreams and take your vacations. You want to say you did it your way, and as full life as possible, absolutely no regrets, because we know that there is no you don't get an encore, you don't get another chance. You can't say, God, can you give me more time? When it's over, it's final.
No, this is it. So we're living every day to its fullest.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. I think that's fantastic. Oh yeah. So she told me how you two met, and I think that's wonderful. And you two are living a great life. You're doing the things that you love. And you're blending together like a beautiful melody and harmony.
Thank you.
It works out. It all works out. Not everybody can say that. That's for sure.
You can.
Yeah. Well, I think it's our approach. I mean, everything wasn't perfect. We had rough times, and I think everybody has, challenges. But I think that's when you really discover your love for each other, is in the challenges. And so because of that, we enjoy the good times even more, because we know no matter what, we're together. And we've been blessed.
To work out your differences. Whatever differences you have, you work them out. I'm sure not everything is peaches and sunshine every day, right?
Well,
going to say peaches and cream.
Early on, we met this couple that had been married 60 years. And I asked him, what's the secret to that? And so the guy told me, he's old man, he said, I always get the last word. So I said, oh, what's the last word? He said, yes, dear. That's the last word. So
yes, dear. Okay. No, that's great.
Oh, it's true.
Yeah. Yes, dear. That's the philosophy, huh? Well, of
Yeah.
course, what works for one couple may not work for someone else. I don't know.
No, that's true. I think you have to find your own way, and that's really important. I think there's principles that stay the same, as honesty and faithfulness and love, and and so things like that. But whatever form it takes, you're right. It's different for different people.
Right.
Um, there's just principles that we live by, and I think we've been so blessed, and we try to raise our children this way that you're blessed so you can bless other people. Sometimes people don't know why they're so blessed, but if they realize they have things so they can share it with other people, you appreciate your life a lot more. And I think our world needs it right now, so we're going for it. Our next one will be in Nashville next year,
Oh,
our
really?
Wow Jams, and there'll be a lot of music coming out for Linda because we've
Well,
been
the thing
recording.
is, you two are both very down to earth and very genuine, and you're spreading love and joy. Besides loving each other, you're spreading love and joy out there with the WOW, what I heard, the WOW jams, and in general, and the different charities that you've worked on, both of you. And so I think that's fantastic. I think that's blazing and amazing. It really is.
I like that.
Well,
I think that people
That's a
need
cute
to.
dog. That's a cute dog you do have also. Yeah.
You should see his
But
little
only-
brother. I think when people are too hard on themselves, they
Oh.
need to realize be your best friend. Don't look for it somewhere else. Being your best friend has helped me to accept the things about me that I didn't like and I don't change. And it helps me to realize that I'm okay. And sometimes we take our friends and just pour out all of our problems when we don't even have that many problems. When
Oh.
when you really think about it, if we could just laugh a little more and be kind, and those things that you just, oh yeah, right, those things are missing, and without them, we are missing out.
Well, like I say, in entertainment, you want to forget about. There's plenty of bad in the world. You want
Yeah.
to forget about the bad. You want to bring a
Right.
smile to people's faces. Lift yourself and other people up.
Mm-hmm.
Let me entertain you. Let me make you smile. Let me make you happy.
Yep.
Let's forget about all the bad and let's put that in the back and let's go forward with the happiness and laughs and smiles. That's what I love about entertainment. Remember that song? That's entertainment. Da, 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 da. You remember that?
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Yes.
But I think
that's it.
it's important
That's
though,
it.
because we live in a society that they don't believe that people can get along, black, white, brown, young, old. And it's important for people to see that it can actually happen. Like my wife, she saw a black woman accomplish things. So, hey, I can do that. So I think one of the greatest things I like is when we come into a rough area and we have anywhere between 1,000. Our biggest crowd was 14,000 people, 4 blocks from where Snoop grew up. And we trained a lot of people. We've trained 158,000 regular people like yourself to come out and serve people. But you come that day and there's black, white, brown, gangbangers, housewives, businessmen, little kids,
Love it.
teenagers, and you see them all together. We don't have any problems. There's no
Nope.
fights. And but if you're kind, we fix kids' bikes, we give them haircuts, we train them how to get jobs, we give away groceries and hot meals. It's amazing what can happen in just a short time, 4 or 5 hours. So we're hoping that people can see that and go like, we really can accomplish that in society.
You're
It
talking about
really
the
can
WOW
happen.
jams, right? On the WOW jams?
Wow
Yeah.
Jams, yeah. You go to
Wow.
wowjams.com, you'll see some of the videos of the people and that's what we're proud of is the workers that come.
Mhm.
Because if you're going through a rough time, go help somebody else, and you'll feel better at the end of the day.
Yep.
So we really like that a lot.
Well, remember that song? That's what friends are for. In good
And
times,
it's just so
in
many
bad times,
good.
I'll be on your side forevermore. Remember? Okay.
Yep, it's a great song.
Yeah.
People need friends.
Yeah. And the song, What the World Needs Now is Love, Sweet Love. Oh, yeah.
Uh-huh.
That's it.
That's
Music's
from
out
our
there.
ear.
There's just not enough.
Yeah.
But that's why her single is called "Don't Give Up on Love" because love hasn't given up on you.
That's phenomenal. That really is. Well, with that in mind, what I'd like to do, we did this for the show. We have what we have is called a segment of Showtime.
Okay.
Okay.
And what we're going to do, ladies and gentlemen, is the very first song. Kick back, relax, and enjoy. Have a blazing hot fun time. Here we go. And don't give up on love. That's your bride and your new single.
There you go.
Okay.
Play it.
Bravo, bravo.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Thank you.
Don't give up on love. I love it. It's very, very catchy and very true. Oh, yeah.
Yep. Yep.
We'll keep you posted, and don't forget my grown up Christmas.
Oh,
list.
you'll love her Christmas song.
That's next. Oh, yeah. Thanks for reminding me. That's next.
Yeah, that's the video is on YouTube and it's on Spotify. It's on everything.
Great. My grown up Christmas list, right? Okay, that's it.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, that's the one. So
Got a nice classical jazzy feel to it.
great, fantastic. Okay, you're gonna Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to feel the Christmas spirit and the holidays with this next song.
Oh, all right.
My grown-up Christmas list. Relax, enjoy. Have a blazing, amazing time. Linda Peaches Tavani.
Do you remember me? I sat upon your knee. I wrote to you with childhood fantasies. Well, I'm all grown up now. I still need help somehow. I'm not a child, but my heart still can dream. So here's my lifelong wish, my grown-up Christmas list. Not for myself, but for a world in need. No more lives torn apart, and wars would never start, and time would heal our hearts. Everyone would have a friend, and right would always win. Love would never end. Oh, oh, this is my grown-up Christmas list. Children, we believe the grandest sight to see is something lovely wrapped beneath the tree. But heaven only knows those packages and bows could never heal a hurting human soul. No more lives torn apart, that wars would never start, and time would heal our heart. Yes, and everyone would have a friend, and right would always win, and love would never end. No, this is my grown-up Christmas list. What is this illusion called the innocence of youth? Maybe only in a blind belief can we ever find the truth. No more lives torn apart, and wars would never start, and time could heal all hurt. Yeah. Everyone would have a friend, and right would always win. Love would never end. Ooh. This is my grown-up Christmas list. This is my only lifelong wish. This is my grown-up Christmas list.
Yes, that was
Thank you.
so sweet, so beautiful. That's a great way to start to get into the Christmas spirit and the holidays ahead.
Yeah, especially in these times we're living in right now,
Yeah.
to
Great song.
just shout
That's
that out.
true. Well, I really enjoyed, Linda Peaches Tavani, I really enjoyed having you on as a guest on my show, The Amazing Original Johnny Blaze Show. The time has gone by fast. You're very entertaining. You're very inspirational. You're fun. You're knowledgeable. You're talented. And what a blazing and amazing career you've had. I'm sure you have many more happy, positive, and wonderful times ahead in your journey and
Thank
entertainment in this life.
you too.
And I've enjoyed meeting you too, Stephen Tavani.
Thank you, Johnny. It was a pleasure meeting you too. I can tell my wife really enjoyed it.
Yeah,
And
talking like old friends.
yeah,
It's fantastic. So what I want to say, I'm going to say to all my fans, as I get ready to wrap up and close this show, I always say to all my fans and friends, always keep a smile on your face and a song in your heart. And until next time, happy trails and blaze out.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you would like to be a guest on an entertainment talk show, please send us an email at amazingoriginaljbshow@gmail.com. All of our episodes will appear on YouTube and Facebook and receive over 3,000 views. Don't forget to sign up for our YouTube channel, and every guest will receive a complimentary DVD of their appearance on the show. Remember, we are much better than a podcast. And now, the amazing original Johnny Blaze has just left the building. Good night. God bless.